Good morning, students. In my previous video, we described Rankine's theory, and we discussed about the very first case, which is for the dry cohesion-less backfill. Now we'll be discussing about the different cases which are possible in practical aspect. So we'll be discussing about the various cases with the help of Rankine's theory. So here we'll be discussing first Rankine's active pressure under the submerged condition in cohesion-less soil. So let us consider the cohesion backfill. This is the AB is the retaining structure, and this is the backfill which is the submerged under the water table. So if you see this whole height, which is H height, is submerged under this backfill. So the earth pressure which is acting, it will be due to the soil molecule as well as the water which is present here. So if you observe here, the water pressure, earth pressure distribution will be like this. This is the earth pressure distribution, and this is the pressure due to the water which is present. So it may be simply called it as a hydrostatic pressure. So these two, combining these two, the total pressure will be acting. So at the depth Z, the total unit pressure on the wall is PA is equal to PA plus PW. So here gamma B Z Ka plus gamma W Z. So at depth Z is equal to H, we have PA is equal to Ka gamma H plus gamma W H. This is gamma B is the submerged, or we can say submerged unit weight of soil. So in this case, this is the how to compute this, and then the total area under this curve or under this pressure distribution diagram will be the total pressure which is acting. So here one total pressure will be 1/2 gamma B Ka H square plus 1/2 gamma W H square. So very simple manner, it will be 1/2 Ka 1/2 Ka gamma W gamma it will be 1/2 gamma H square. So here H square will be the common term, so 1/2 H square gamma B Ka plus gamma W will be the total pressure which is acting on the wall. So next case, now here the case may be the partially submerged also here. So instead of this water table which is at the top of, which is coinciding with the this BC ground level, it can be somewhere in between as well. So in that case, it may be called as a partially submerged under the water table. So now here the next case is Rankine's active pressure in cohesion-less backfill under the partially submerged condition with the surcharge load. So as I already mentioned, if this is the in between, the water table existing in between, then it may be called as a partially submerged case. So here this is the moist area, and here it's a submerged area. So in that case, and plus additionally the surcharge load is there. So for example, if it is an embankment or the road or railway, so this surcharge will act like that. So this is the surcharge per unit area. So this surcharge will be simply, if the Q is the intensity, Ka into Q will be the pressure distribution, and the area under this curve will be the total pressure which is acting. Now here it is submerged case. Now if you observe here, this is the due to the surcharge, and this is due to the partially submerged condition. So here due to the moist soil, so gamma H1 into Ka will be there. H1 and H2 is the height. So let us consider this AB is the retaining wall. This is the backfill. This is the Q, which is the surcharge per unit area. This height at H1 depth, there will be the water table which is existing up to the H2 depth. Total height of the wall is H, or the backfill is the H. So total PA will be, it's an addition of the pressure which is acting due to surcharge plus the pressure acting due to the soil actually, which is due to the moist soil and due to the submerged soil, and plus the pressure which is acting due to the water which is present in the pores of soil. So according to that, if you observe, this Q into Ka will be the pressure intensity. Here gamma into H1 into Ka will be the pressure intensity up to this part, and then below that this will remain as it is, and this will be the due to the submerged part. This triangle will be defining the pressure distribution due to the submerged below this water table. So it will be gamma B into H2, Ka gamma B into H2. So accordingly, and plus the additionally below this water table, the water pressure will be also acting. So it is gamma W into H2. So and the total pressure, this is the intensity of the pressure, and the total pressure will be the area under these curves, or the area under this pressure distribution diagram. So it will be Q into Ka into H, plus here the area under this triangle, area under this rectangle, and the area under this triangle plus area under this triangle. So accordingly, this total pressure will be computed, and the point of application will be the CG of these figure. So even in this case also, it is a CG of these figure. So even in the earlier case, it's a CG of that particular triangle. So it is normally acting at the h by 3 from the base. So accordingly, we'll be computing the total pressure which is acting due to the surcharge as well as due to the partially submerged condition. So now here the Rankine's active pressure for a sloping cohesionless backfill. If it is a sloping, then this will be the, let us consider this as a AB as a retaining structure with a height of h. Then BC is the surface with an angle of beta. This is the molecule. Now we'll be assuming that the pressure which is acting, which is parallel to the ground surface. So here if you observe at the h by 3, this is the PA, the pressure, total pressure which is acting at the h by 3, the point of application, and it is parallel to the ground surface. So this is the molecule E where it is acting the sigma V and the sigma L. So it is we can say this is the vertical stress and this is the horizontal stress. If you consider, it is parallel to the this particular plane. Then by using this theory, now let us go with the sigma 1 and sigma 3 value, plot this Mohr circle, and then find out the angle. So this is the angle phi, which is the line. This is the line. So this is the construction for the Mohr circle, and if you observe according to this PA will be this part. This is O2, this sigma 3 or O2E. So by using the geometrical construction, PA will be gamma into Z cos beta minus under square cos square beta minus cos square phi divided by cos beta plus under root cos square beta minus cos square phi is equal to gamma Z Ka. So accordingly, Ka will be this formula. So for the case of sloping ground level. So if the backfill is sloping, then this will be the formula. Accordingly, we can computed Ka as well as the Kp value. So similarly, only the difference between these plus and minus sign. If you observe, here minus and here is plus, and in the Kp sign here plus, here minus. And again the total pressure will be 1/2 gamma h square Kp. So that is the similar part. Okay. So this is how we can compute the this earth pressure. Now we'll be discussing about the Rankine's earth pressure with a cohesive backfill. So as we have already assumed in the Rankine's theory that it is backfill will be cohesionless. Now this will be the part where we'll be discussing about the active earth pressure with the cohesive backfill. So as we are knowing that is the sigma 3 is equal to sigma 1 tan square 45 plus 5 by 2 minus 2c tan 45 by tan 45 plus 5 by 2. So based on this, if you observe, this is the again let us consider this is the backfill, this is the surcharge load, this is the cohesive soils, cohesive backfill. Now if you observe that particular pressure, that is the PA will be given by 1 by 2 gamma h square 1 upon n phi minus 2ch 1 upon under root of n phi plus 2c square phi. So here this n phi will be the parameter which is based on the tan square 45 plus 5 by 2. So in that case we'll be discussing about this cohesive soil. So if you know the Mohr circle well, then it will be very easy to understand this concept of the Rankine's earth pressure theory for the cohesive soils. Particularly if you see by using the Mohr circle concept, if this is the sigma 3 and sigma 1, then in that case sigma 1 will be computed based on sigma 3 tan square alpha plus 2c tan alpha. So similarly here Pa is equal to we'll be discussing about sigma 3 then tan square alpha plus 2c tan alpha. So sigma 1 will be sigma v, which is gamma into h, and sigma 3 will be the Pa. So sigma 3 will be this Pa. So accordingly, if you see, we can compute this sigma 3 based on the 1/2 gamma h square 1 upon n phi. N phi is the parameter which is tan square alpha. Alpha is equal to 45 plus 5 by 2. So based on this, if you take this particular equation, then using this particular part, so here Pa, our interest is to find out this Pa. For the soft clay phi, obviously for the cohesive soils phi will be 0, and in that case this term will be neglected. Now in that case you'll be using this Pa is equal to 1 upon 1 by 2 gamma square minus 2ch plus 2c square upon gamma, and based on that we will be able to find out the total computed pressure. So here this will be the negative pressure if you put this value as a 0, because z is equal to 0, then this value will be means if h is equal to 0, then this term will be neglected, this term will be neglected, and 2c square upon gamma will be the term where this is given as the 2c upon under root of n phi. So this will be the point. Now particularly at the this total pressure will be 0. If you consider this as the 0, then this term will become in that case this total height will be computed based on the concept of this cohesive soil. So here this is the total pressure which is gamma h upon n phi, and it is a combination. Now due to this is the positive pressure up to this part, and this is the negative pressure. So we can compute this Z0 as well. So by using the total pressure Pa is equal to 0, we can compute this Z0, and by using this term we can find out the HC, which is the critical height is to be provided for the tension crack zone. And obviously if it is a surcharge load, then the Q intensity will be of the surcharge. In that case Q upon n phi will be the total pressure will be acting on the retaining structure. So now this is the more complicated one with the cohesive backfill, with the submerged cohesive backfill. Again we need to consider the pressure due to the water, similarly as we have considered for the cohesion less soils. Then we'll be discussing about the Rankine's theory for the special cases where the inclined backfill, inclined but smooth back face of wall. So accordingly we'll be computing this different aspect. Now inclined backfill, it is a Ka, this is the Ka we can compute, and Kp will be 1 upon Ka. Accordingly we can compute that. And if it is a inclined but smooth back of the face, then it will be Pa is equal to W plus Pa. So here it is an inclined back, and this weight of this soil will be computed, and based on that horizontal component of that weight will be computed, and it will be added to the total pressure. So here I am completing this Rankine's theory. In my next video I will be discussing about the Coulomb's earth pressure theory. Thank you.